So today we are going to discuss about the effect of Earth revolution and the tilting of its axis. There are two major effects of Earth revolution. It causes change of season, it causes varying length of day and night. So first let's discuss about is cause the change of season. Student, do you know that if the Earth axis becomes straight and if the Earth do not revolve around the Sun, then the seasons will be different. Okay, there will be one season. Summer means only summer, winter means only winter. One part of the one part of the earth will receive only sunlight, another will not receive. So it will cause what? Means there will be an equal type of season throughout the year. So here the revolution and the tilting of the earth axis is very much responsible for varying seasons and for different length of the day and night. You might know that we all know that the seasons are not equal. There is summer season, there is winter season, yes or no? And sometimes the winter nights are longer and days are smaller. The summer days are longer, night are smaller. Why this happen? This happen just because of revolution and earth axis. So first let's discuss about how the season occurs. Students, season occurs because while the position of the earth changes while revolving around the sun, and while it revolving around the sun, the position of the earth changes. Okay, and see how. Here is the sun. Okay, so while the different positions, the season change. Okay, for example, when one part of the earth, for example the northern hemisphere, this is the earth axis. Now the northern hemisphere receiving the vertical sun ray, that means here we have summer, and the southern hemisphere receiving the slanting rays, that means here we have winter. Understand? So we have north and south. The ultimate is occur here when the southern hemisphere get the direct sun ray while the north hemisphere get the slanting. So here we have summer and here we have winter. Okay, so from this diagram we can easily understand that the position of the sun, direct sun ray, okay, is affect or decided the seasons, and it occurs due to the tilting of the earth axis. The earth axis is tilt, due to that it is tilt towards, okay, tilts towards the tilts towards the sun direct ray. When it tilts towards the sun direct ray, it get the direct sun ray and it becomes summer, and when it do not get the direct sun ray, it become what? Winter. When the northern hemisphere get the direct sun ray, there is winter in the southern hemisphere. When the southern hemisphere get the direct sun ray, the northern hemisphere having the winter seasons, and in between when they get the equal amount of sun, they must have autumn or spring. Okay, here you can see in this position they get almost equal amount of sunlight in the two hemisphere, then they have either autumn or spring. So in such way it is all depend upon the position of the earth while revolving around the sun, the position of the earth axis which one is bent towards the direct sun ray. If it is more bent towards the direct north hemisphere, more bent towards the direct sun ray, then there is summer in the north hemisphere. If it is south hemisphere directly bent towards the direct sun ray, then it is summer in the south hemisphere, and the alternative or the vice versa occurs in the other hemispheres. And in this situation we have autumn and spring. So see, student, you can see the main cause is the tilting of the earth axis, and another cause is the revolution of the earth. Now around the sun, now we are going to discuss why we have varying length of day and night, why we don't have equal amount of or equal time of day and night. You might have observed, now during the summer season the days are longer, and during the winter season the night are longer. Why this happen? Let's discuss. Okay, it is North Pole, it is South Pole, this is Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn. So Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, I am writing the short form, and it is Equator. Okay, understand? And listen, here you can see what, now here the Arctic, here the Arctic, okay, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. So listen student, while discussing this, okay, because while the sunlight fall on this, it will fall like this. Let the sun is here. Yes or no? So from this diagram what we understood? From this diagram we understood, now the northern hemisphere getting the direct sun ray, yes or no, and the southern hemisphere getting the slanting. You can, from this diagram you can easily understand. So in this such case, now you can see the northern hemisphere get more sunlights and for a long period of time. So here we have summer, whereas in southern hemisphere we have winter. And as the sunlight receive, direct sunlight receive over here, it receive for a long period of time. Okay, why? Now it covers a larger area. You see here it cover larger area in compared to this. Yes or no? That's why now the days are longer in the northern hemisphere, because it get more sunlight for a long period of time, whereas here it do not receiving. And another thing from that we can get to know also, listen student, the north hemisphere receives sunlight for 6 months and it is remain dark for 6 months. Do you know that? The south hemisphere also, it is occurs just because of tilting of axis. Therefore here the north hemisphere receive this sunlight for a long period of time. Okay, up to what? Up to the for example, it is winter solstice up to summer solstice, or it is summer solstice, it will be up to winter solstice. About 6 months it receive the direct sun ray like this. So here the temperature or sunlight will be there, but in southern hemisphere there will be darkness for 6 months, because it will not receive the sunlight, as it is not come to the position where the southern hemisphere will be what? Receiving the direct sun ray. So for that reason the duration of the day and night varies from time to time. So let's discuss about while the revolution and rotation, the earth position makes some positions which are known as winter solstice, summer solstice, and Okay, so here we are going to discuss about, this is summer solstice. This is winter. It is autumn. It is on okay. So let's student discuss about, while the revolution of the earth makes some positions, and these positions are known as summer solstice, autumn equinox, winter solstice, spring equinox. So what are they? Now the summer solstice means when the direct sun ray is over the northern hemisphere. Here the direct sun ray is equally distributed in both the hemisphere. When the direct sun ray is over the southern hemisphere, okay, and when the direct sun ray is over the both hemisphere. Okay, so here we have the longest day, summer solstice, okay, having the longest day. Mostly it occurred during the 21st or 22nd June, okay, 21st or 22nd June of the year, and where the northern hemisphere get the direct sun ray. So listen student, while rotating and revolving around the sun, what happened? Now here you can see here we have the direct sun ray over the northern hemisphere, and the earth started rotating and revolving, and here we have the direct sun ray on both the hemisphere. Then again what happened, when it revolve, it get the southern hemisphere get the direct sun ray, then again it come to this position, and again the direct sun ray fall in equally both hemisphere. So it is just because of the revolution of the earth and due to the tilting of the earth axis. So this is the day, summer solstice, when we have the longest day. We have the direct sun ray over the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, here the direct sun ray is Tropic of Cancer during the summer solstice. And here the direct sun ray is over the Tropic of Capricorn during the winter solstice. Here the direct sun ray is over the equator during the autumn equinox, which is 23rd September, and here the direct sun ray is over the equator on 21st March. So here student, the direct sun ray is over the Tropic of Cancer. So the northern hemisphere get direct sunlight, that's why the summer is in the northern hemisphere and the winter in the southern hemisphere. Okay, on 21st to 22nd June. Autumn equinox is occur in 23rd September okay, when the direct sunlight is over the equator, on that day we have equal days and equal night, okay, and this is all about. Okay, then here we have the winter solstice. Winter solstice, when the direct sun ray is over the Tropic of Capricorn, the southern hemisphere having the longest day on the December 22, and the northern hemisphere having the shortest night, and it is all known as winter solstice. Then next is what? The spring equinox. It is the time when the direct sun ray is over the equator. The both what? Northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere are getting equal amount of sunlight, and what? Equal day and night. So 21st and 22nd is the longest day in the northern hemisphere, and shortest longest day in the northern hemisphere, and the longest day in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so vice versa occurs like that. This is all about your equinox and what? Solstice. Student, your chapter completed. Next we are going to discuss about maps.